think it's pretty obvious that we're here. Before I get distracted, let me just focus on why we're here. So I arrived at Titan Motorsports. The place is just so cool. You know, you got the Supra right on their showroom floor. But we're here to talk about my build. So pretty much we walk in, I have no idea what to expect. The car could look the same as what I left it. The car could look different. I don't know. It's literally been a year. Now, obviously, I've gotten like little updates here and there, but not really huge ones. For all I know, it could be ready to dyno. HQ people, you were going around all the cars a few months ago.
Oh, yeah. The drift games guy.
Oh my god, I haven't seen the intercooler piping put together. Holy crap. So pretty much I'm just admiring the car at this point because I haven't seen it in a whole year. But I started looking around the interior and all the little missing pieces that we still have left to do. And it doesn't really look too much different from the average viewer, which is why I get those comments all the time like saying that I'm not doing any work to the car. The car has looked the same for the last 2 years. Now obviously the car has been at Titan Motorsports for like 11 months or a year. So obviously it's been being worked on. And the progress they've made so far in the last year has been important for functionality and this thing being a ready street car to race and just actually work. And just most importantly, making sure it's all ready and done the right way.
We started making corner panels. We haven't finished it yet. That's one of the small things that we need to do. We need to take off the turbo and everything so the manifold can get Cerakoted again because we had to weld EGC. So that needs to get coated. We also have to take the intake manifold off because we have to make a wiring harness that works for it.
The wiring harness came in actually yesterday. Unfortunately, there was a discrepancy with the wiring harness. Was for a left-hand drive car, not a right-hand drive car.
It needs a power steering reservoir. The one that was supplied didn't fit, but we're gonna get one of those ordered. That shouldn't take long to get. There's a switch on the bottom of the radiator called a fan switch that we need to order. That's another small thing.
So as you can see, there's just little parts that are being ordered right now. They're just missing or messed up. The build just kind of seems all over the place. Now, none of this is actually on Titan. It's just how the game works. You order a part, it doesn't fit, or there's something wrong with it. It's just very stressful and unfortunate because I can't give you guys an exact date. Obviously, as you can see, I'm trying to be fully transparent.
When it came here, it was full of tape and the tape dried, so I spent a good half hour just cleaning the top of the radiator best I could, and there's still a couple spots that were hard to get off.
So at this point, my dad actually realized that there's a few things that need to be touched up. He pointed out a few details that I didn't even see. This car is being built to be a show car as well as a race car. So when you take that into consideration, everything has to be 110% show quality and SEMA ready.
A couple other things is it needs some heater hoses. Garage Whip Bits is the only company that I know of that makes right-hand drive heater hoses.
Where we got the wing from and the shroud from.
Yeah.
So.
Depending on how the wire harness is routed, I'm going to have to make a intake temp sensor location. Sometimes the manifold will be a position for the temp sensor, but this doesn't offer that, so we're probably gonna have to use the end tank of the intercooler.
So we went over some more little things, and you could really now start to see how tedious the build is starting to get. All of the custom work and all of the custom rerouting and relocating doesn't come easy or quick.
We have the center shifter bezel plastic. We don't have the armrest center.
So then we started to get into the interior aspect of things, and that part's complicated because I have a lot of parts still being made by my sponsors in Brooklyn and obviously Titan's in Florida. And we need to have the rest of them made to give to Titan so they could configure their wiring under the panels however they need to.
This is what came. And then I installed a button here because there was already a hole drilled through here.
Yeah.
And I was going to use this for line lock. So you can do a burnout and then you have the shifter as well.
For the most part, like every car, the last 10% is the hardest. Getting to this point is not the most difficult part, but making sure all the little details, everything works. It's still being, I know it's not gonna be a daily, but it's still gonna be a street car, so you want street car functionality. That stuff is what takes all the fine tuning and stuff like that. So the car's not too far out. The biggest hurdle would be to get the harness figured out, because that's what kind of we're waiting on. So that's kind of a setback, but it shouldn't be too much of a delay. Luckily, it's an easy fix, so it would be something that we can fix quickly, overnight chip that back, and get everything else finished. Because once he gets that, like you said, he can go to the nitrous, and he can start plumbing everything else around it. So.
Cool. I can't see that taking more than like 2 months.
I don't see it taking longer than that either. The biggest thing would be getting with the harness and see how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't gotten a hold of him today, but hopefully we'll have that answer today.
Yeah, so he did say 2 months, but don't go crazy over that because, you know, that's 2 months if everything goes smoothly, which is unheard of, especially with tuning. When you do that, something is just bound to go wrong on the dyno.
You have 2 nitrous bottles you said you wanted, so I was gonna put the nitrous bracket on the cover that covers the fuel pump. So you won't see the fuel pump, you'll have like a round cover.
Then we went over some little cosmetic stuff like the backup camera, the front view camera. We were trying to find a spot that would look good and also wouldn't be blocked by the parachute in the back.
So you're gonna have a trim switch to increase your horsepower and your fuel. So we'll need that centerpiece, so when you open the armrest, they're hidden in there.
So then I realized we needed a new side exit exhaust fabricated because the other one rusted, so we needed to find a better material, and that obviously has to fit with no issues.
Your pinch weld here, it goes to this area here. You'd have to cut your frame.
There might be clearance problems. That thing's like an inch big on the ground.
Without cutting the side frame of your car, this is gonna be a couple inches off the floor.
We found that it'll only clear by a little bit, which might be a problem. And we don't want to cut the skirt because we'll actually wind up going into the frame. Then lastly, we went over livery ideas without making the rare Baltic paint go away. We were thinking something like Titan's A90 Supra that they made, or the Mark IV copper one. But those little cosmetic things are going to be the last step. Most importantly, we just got to get this thing running. Then we could worry about the cool stuff. But yeah, guys, that's all the updates that I have for you. This should clear everything up so you guys are all up to date. I'm not hiding anything. This is it. I don't know when it'll be done. Could be 2 months, it could be 6 months, I don't know, but let's just hope for the best. Let's just keep on grinding the work, which check out my last video if you want to know more on how you could ride in the Supra when it's done. Yes, I said you. But yeah, that's it, guys, so see ya.